Welcome back, my people. Our video today is all about how to calculate the amount of load that is required for your solar setup and how long it will take for your setup to fully drain. A lot of people, they will have a solar setup and they believe that their mission is for them to put load, put washing machine, AC, and at the end of the day, they see that their solar setup begin to give alarm, unnecessary alarm. And most of the time, it's not the men that are the ones that are actually draining this very setup. It is their wives or people that are at home. So I need us to know the required load that are supposed to feed into our system. Some people think that, I have 10 kilowatt setup, so you can carry AC. They don't know that it's actually the battery that determines the load that is used. It's not actually the inverter size. You can have a 6 kV inverter, but that does not mean that the load can go on forever. It is the number of battery, the ampere per hour size of battery, and how many battery you have that can actually determine how long and how many load your system can carry effectively without having problem. So this, for instance, is a 6 watt. Is this a 6 watt setup on my background? It's a 6 watt kVA inverter. Understand me? But I have 4 battery, 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. This is 4 battery of 220 ampere, 220 ampere each. This battery, each of them is 220 ampere each, and there are 4. So because I have a 6 kVA inverter, that does not mean I can use it and abuse it. So let's go into calculation. So today I'm going to do a calculation for all of us to see. We are going to do calculation together for us to know the required load that we're supposed to put, or how long our load will affect the availability of our setup. Okay, so let's go to the calculation. Now this is the load before us. I'm using mine as an example. I have a 6 kilowatt. So like as I said, don't worry about the kilowatt of your setup. What we are interested is the battery you have and the load you have. That will determine how long will your system be available for you. So now let's read the question together. How long will a solar setup of 4 battery of 12 volts having 220 ampere each? So the batteries are 12 volts battery, but they are 220 ampere each on a load of what? Of 10 bulbs, 5 watts each. Okay, each of the bulb have their bulbs of 5 watts each, making it 10. Okay, then 75 watts television and a 5 watt DSTV decoder and 3 solar fan. It can be energy fan. Just put solar fan. It's energy fan of 39 watts each. So now let's look at the calculation. First and foremost, we're going to look at 3 parameters. We are going to calculate for total battery storage. Each of the battery that I have, for instance, is 240 ampere each, and there are 4. Okay, the second is going to be the total load that you have in your system, in your house. How many load your TV may be smaller load consumption than mine, it may be higher. Then the ideal run time. So we're going to make calculation for that. So you are going to put yours into consideration. So for my calculation here, you can also do your adjustment and know how far it will be. So let's do the calculation together. First and foremost, now let's calculate for the battery. You can see here now is total battery. The total battery is 1. We have 4 battery times 12 of 220 ampere hour. So for each of the battery, the power, the kilowatt per hour is going to be this. So each of the battery is going to be 12 volts times 220 ampere per hour, which will give us 2,640 kilowatt per hour. This is for each of the battery. So for the total kilowatt per hour is going to be 2,640 watt per hour times 4. Each of the battery carries 2,640 watt per hour. So since we have 4 batteries, going to be times 4, and we are going to have a total of 10,560 watt per hour, which is approximately 10.56 kilowatt per hour. So that is the total battery storage. So next we are going to calculate for the total load now. Now for the load, we have our appliance as what? 10 bulbs of 5 watt each, which equals to 50 watt in total. TV is what? 75 watt television. The decoder is 5 watt. I'm not saying the DSTV or any decoder is 5 watt, so I'm just assuming 5 watt. Then 3 fans of 39 watt each equals to 117 watt. That is 117 watts. So total watts, so total loads, which total load in watts is equals to 50 watts. This 50 is for what? 50 is for total bulbs, okay? 75 is for TV. Decoder is 5 watt. Then 117 watt is for the total number of fans, which everything will give us 247. So now we have what? For kilowatt, this kilowatt, we have kilowatt as 10,560 kilowatts. Understand me? So approximately 10.5 kilowatt. While the load is 247 watts. So the next will now be our ideal runtime. Now for the ideal runtime, that is 100% discharge. Assuming we want to run down the battery from 12 volts to 0 volts, or from our calculation here, that is from 10,56 watts down. We want to run everything. As we want to run everything to 0, then what we have is 10,560 watt per hour divided by 247 watts of load. What we have is going to be 42.7 hours. 42.7 hours in runtime. That is what we are going to have. Okay, that means if we don't have any other factor, but if we are going to consider other factors like if we are going to consider real world factor usage time, okay, we must consider one, inverter loss, which is going to be 10 to 15, which is not going to be greater than 10 to 15% loss. Then also battery loss, because as you are using your battery, the run time as you are charging and discharging, the battery will be losing its efficiency. Okay, and also we are not supposed to use our battery from 12 volts down to 0 volts, because we are killing the battery. So let's put it around the fact that okay, we need to use just 50% of the battery. So meaning that this our total power now, we divide it by 2. This one now will be around 5,000. Around 5,000. So by the time we do our calculation now, where we say our run time is going to be 42.7, let's divide some by 2. Let's say we will have around 21 hours approximately, because we are not supposed to run our battery from 12 volts down to 0 volts, because when you do that, you are killing down your battery. Okay, so look at the calculation very well. First and foremost is for you to calculate one. You calculate the total number of power that the battery will give, which in our one case now, each of the battery is 2,640 watt per hour. Then given the fact that we have 4 battery, that is times 4, we have this. So the total battery in the setup is this. So if you have your own, for instance, if you have your own setup as 6 battery, it's going to be 2,640 times 4. That is if your battery is 220 ampere per hour, but my own case is 220 ampere per hour. That's why it's this. Okay, times 12 volts, that's why it is this. But times 4 of it, this is what it gave me. Okay, that's this what it gave me. So don't run your load as if you have don't be running your load with the power watts of your inverter. Run it with the load, with the power that your battery can give you. Understand me? So people just believe that okay, because they have 10,000 watt inverter, that means they look around for a long time. It is not really the power of the inverter that matters. It is the number of battery that matters for you to run for a long time. So the inverter will tell you that the maximum load you will put at every time, it should not exceed that of your inverter. But how long you will use your system is going to determine by the number of battery that you have and the load that you use. So if you have a small battery and use a very small load, that means your battery will also be, your system will also be available for you. So the two factor there is the battery load and also the load that you are putting into the system. So just look at the formula and look at the system that you have. Encourage people in your house, people that are using your appliance, for them to know how to use it. So know how many load that you are using. So for this calculation, for instance, is typical for where you want to run the load at night, because as at that time you are not using, so the sun is not that charged, so you are only using from what is in the battery. So that is where most of the problem comes when you are using your solar system. It is in the night when there is no sun, or during the rain, or when there is no sun. That is where the problem is coming from. So calculate the number of loads that you have. Okay, you can limit it by buying loads that doesn't use large energy, like solar fan and all the stuff. That will also make your battery life to prolong. So share the video to your friends, share the video to people, let other people learn about it. Okay, that your availability of your solar system is not only on the inverter itself, it is the load you put and the battery that you have that will determine how long you should use it. So thank you for watching. Stay blessed.